My name is Elena. I am 43 years old. I have two children. My husband, Michael, is 40-8. We have been married for 19 years. When we got married, I was very happy. Michael was kind and caring. He smiled every single day. He told me, "I love you." I believed him with all my heart. I wanted to build a good life together with him. 2 years later, we had our first child. He was a boy. His name is Victor. He is smart and funny. 2 years after that, we had a daughter. Her name is Sophia. She is kind and loves to sing. At first, Michael was a good husband. He worked hard every day. He brought money home to support us. I stayed at home to care for the children. I cooked, cleaned, and helped them learn. But after a few years, Michael changed. He started working late hours. He went on many business trips. He never told me where he was going. He stopped saying, "I love you." I asked him, "Why are you so busy all the time?" He said, "I'm working for this family. Don't ask questions." I felt sad but stayed quiet. I loved him deeply. I hoped he would change back. One day, 7 years ago, Michael went on a trip again. I found a plane tickets. On one ticket was the name of another woman. My heart broke into pieces. I cried for 3 long days. I felt lost and completely alone. When Michael came back, I asked, "Who is she?" He said, "She's nobody. Don't worry about it." I didn't believe him but said, "Okay." I wanted to keep our family together. Our son was only 3 years old. I didn't want to break his heart. Over the years, Michael stayed the same. He worked late every day. He traveled a lot for work. I knew he was still seeing that other woman. My heart grew cold. I felt empty inside. I cleaned the house, but it no longer felt like home. I cooked meals, but felt no joy. I looked at Michael, but he felt like a stranger. One day, I met someone from my past. His name was Andrew. We had been friends a long time ago. He was kind and gentle. I saw him with his wife. He opened the car door for her. He helped her with her coat. I thought, this is care. This is love. I never had this. Andrew and I started talking again. He asked, "How are you?" I said, "I'm fine, but not really." He listened carefully. He said, "You are important. You are strong." I began to feel alive again. I smiled more often. I even laughed sometimes. For 3 months, we talked regularly. We didn't need gifts or big promises. All I wanted was care. I wanted to feel loved. But Michael found out. He was angry. He shouted, "Why did you do this?" I said, "Because I needed love." We had long talks after that. Michael cried. He said, "I love you. Please don't leave me." I asked, "Why now? Why after all these years?" He said, "I didn't realize you were hurting." One night, I got very sick. I went to the hospital. Michael stayed by my side. He held my hand. He said, "Don't leave me. I love you." For the second time in 19 years, I heard those words, "I love you." Now, Michael is at home. He sleeps next to me, but I know the other woman is still waiting for him. I don't know what will happen next. My heart feels tired. I want to believe Michael, but it's difficult. I try to smile for my children. I try to stay strong. I know I am not perfect. I have made mistakes, but all I ever wanted was to feel loved. I don't know what the future holds. I only hope for peace in my heart. After everything that happened, I began to think deeply about my life. I spent many nights awake, staring at the ceiling. My mind was full of questions. Should I stay? Should I leave? What is best for my children? What is best for me? Michael tried to improve himself. He stayed home more often. He helped with small chores like taking out the trash or washing the dishes. He asked, "Do you need help?" These were small changes, but I noticed them still. My heart was not the same. I felt like I was living with a stranger. When I looked at Michael, I didn't see the man I married. I saw a man who had broken my trust. One evening, I sat with my children, Victor and Sophia. We were eating dinner. They were laughing and sharing stories from school. I looked at them and thought, they're so happy. They don't know the pain inside my heart. After dinner, I asked Victor, do you think Daddy and I are happy? Victor looked surprised. He said, I don't know, Mom. You're always kind to each other. But sometimes I feel like you're sad. Sophia, who was younger, said, Mom, I just want us to stay together. I don't want anything to change. Their words made me cry. I didn't want to hurt them, but I also knew I couldn't pretend forever. One day, I decided to visit Andrew. We hadn't talked since Michael found out about us. I needed to say goodbye when I saw Andrew. He smiled at me. He asked, how are you? I said, I'm trying to fix my life. Andrew nodded. He said, you are strong, Elena. I know you will find your way. I thanked him. I told him, you gave me something I will never forget. You reminded me that I am important. Then I walked away. I knew it was the last time I would see him. I decided to talk to Michael. I said, we need to be honest with each other. Do you want this marriage to work? Michael looked at me. He said, yes, I want us to stay together. I made mistakes. But I love you. I asked, can you leave the other woman? Can you give me the love and care I need? He said, I will try. I told him, trying is not enough. I need you to mean it. Michael began spending more time with me. We went for walks together. We talked about small things like the weather and the children. Slowly, I began to see a little hope. But my heart was still unsure. Forgiving Michael was the hardest thing I ever did. I thought about all the pain he caused me. I remembered the nights I cried alone. I remembered the plane ticket with Lisa's name on it. But I also thought about my own mistakes. I thought about Andrew and the time I spent with him. One day, I looked in the mirror and said to myself, Elena, you are not perfect. You made mistakes, too. If you want peace, you need to forgive. Now I take life one day at a time. Michael and I are still together, but things are not perfect. He says he loves me, but I still feel some doubt. I focus on my children. I want them to grow up in a happy home. I try to smile for them even when my heart feels heavy. I also focus on myself. I started reading books and going for walks alone. I learned to love myself again. One day, I wrote a letter to myself. It said, Dear Elena, you are strong, you are kind, you are important. Life is hard, but you can handle it. Remember, love yourself first. Then you can love others. You deserve happiness. Don't forget that. I keep this letter in my drawer. When I feel sad, I read it. It reminds me that I am not alone. This journey has taught me many things. I learned that love is not just words. Love is action. Love is care and respect. I also learned that people make mistakes. No one is perfect. Most importantly, I learned that I am strong. I can survive pain, sadness, and loss, and I can still find happiness, one day at a time.